everybody, Flannel Camper here. Man, I'm excited. I got a great video I put together for you. It's going to extend your dry dock camping time. Even if you're not dry docking, it's going to cut down on the heat inside your trailer. It's going to give you better light inside the trailer. And what am I talking about? We're talking about those. Came from the factory before LEDs are really popular, and these are incandescent, generate a ton of heat. The light output's just a little better than a candle. And folks, when we get done, you're going to be going like, oh, because we are going to these LED bad boys. So if you see my other videos, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate the support. If you're new, welcome. I'm the Flannel Camper, avid outdoor camper, been doing it my whole life. So let's get started. If you like these videos, hit that subscribe button. Click on that little bell icon, and when I get more of these videos out, you're going to be notified. Got questions or comments, go ahead and leave them and I'll get back to you. So with that, let's get started. So here's what I picked up on Amazon. I'll leave a link below. It's a Leisure LED RV Marine light fixture. Got a 5-pack of them. One with a clear lens. And one thing nice about this light fixture is a switch in the center of it. Middle position, neither side works. Position there, only one side of the light fixture works. Flip it the other way, both sides come on. So it makes it nice for you to adjust how much light you want in a room. Or if you don't want a light, say in our bunkhouse, they're over individual beds, turn it off, but you can still have the high ceiling lights on to provide light in the room. Really nice feature. All right, let's take a look at some of the tools we're going to need for this project. You need some insulated butt connectors. Those are 14 to 16 gauge. Now the light fixtures do come with small wire nuts, but I don't feel they make a good enough electrical connection. So I go with the butt connectors. You can use the wire nuts if you choose. Got some crimpers here for the butt connectors. And a nice pair of wire cutters for cutting the wire. Got some strippers for removing the insulation off the wire. And a good old Phillips screwdriver for getting that light fixture down and putting the new one back up. All right, the first thing we want to do is come outside and locate your battery disconnect, and we'll turn it off. Now, if your light fixture you're going to be replacing is controlled by a switch inside, say on the wall or a control panel, then you can skip this step. The one I'm going to be working on today is hot all the time, doesn't have any kind of wall switch or controlled by a panel. The actual switch is on the light fixture itself. So we'll just turn this off. Although it's only 12 volts, we'll keep it from the potential of blowing a fuse inside if the wires happen to touch together and just create more work for ourselves. And that's not what we're about. We're about doing it right the first time, doing it safe. All right, back inside the coach, and let's check to make sure that the power is off. Power is off. All right, before we get started, I want to take a couple seconds. Let's talk about safety, primarily eye protection. This trailer is 2014. These light fixtures have been up there since then, and there could be debris up there, sawdust, wire strippings from when they put these things in. You're not out here to win any kind of fashion award, but I want you to be safe. Eye protection is key. So with that, let's start taking this thing apart. All right, first step is let's get these lenses off. You just slide back and kind of squeeze them, pull them down, watch out, because sometimes there could be debris. Got 4 Phillips screws. Trying not to let them drop so they don't get lost in the carpet, and then you find them this summer when you're out and your flip-flops and bare feet, you get a screw stuck in your foot or drop down a heat register. Okay, with the screws removed, let's lower this thing down, and this is where you want to be careful because could be some debris up here. Here's our supply wires, so we want to pull them over just a little bit. There will be a little tension sometimes because they run these things pretty tight, but Now what you want to do is get your cutters, and I'm going to leave the factory connectors here because they're good. They're usually solid from the factory, and this way we're not trying to connect a couple pairs of wires with the new wire from the light fixture. But pinch the wire here. I'm going to cut down low because if there's tension on this wire, you don't want to pop back up inside the wall in the ceiling like a frightened turtle. Then you're going to have to get creative and how to try to fish that wire out from inside that void. Not fun at all. So keep those wires pinched, and then you can let go gently so they don't disappear on you. All right, once the old light fixture's taken loose, get your strippers, come back about 1/4 of an inch, and strip off some of that insulation. Keeping in mind that it doesn't jump up in the ceiling and do a turtle on you. And then twist the wires in a clockwise fashion. That way it'll set it up for a connector. All right, with the wires stripped and prepped, take your butt splice, and you're going to feed the wire in through the little metal ferrule that's inside and crimp down. Just has to be snug. You don't have to put a Herculean grip of Thor on it. And then once it's crimped down, give that a little tug. Make sure it's seated good. Do that with a black wire. I come up here with the white wire. Get it in there. Little tug. That's good on the supply side. All right, with the wires prepped and our butt splices on, let's go ahead and connect this new light fixture. Get the crimpers on the ferrule right there. And in this case, with this manufacturer, red goes to black. So I'm gonna push the wire in until I feel it bottom out. Give that little crimp and then a little tug. That's good there. And then we'll get our white wire. Insert the wire, feel it bottom out. Little crimp, little tug. We're good. All right, with the connections made, let's carefully fold our wires back up inside the ceiling. We don't want anything hanging out down below the surface. I'm gonna take our screw. I'm gonna utilize one of the holes from the factory light. Run it up in just to make it snug. Now this ceiling material is lightweight plywood, so you don't need to be using your cordless impact driver that you got from Christmas. Just a manual screwdriver is good. Hold it up against the ceiling, check your reveal line. Make sure that this gap is the same. The last thing you want is laying there in bed seeing a crooked light fixture if the reveal's not right. Doesn't take much to get started. Run that up. Come back to the first one, snug it up a little bit. Repeat that with the remaining screws. All right, last screw. They're all nice and snug. Reveal line looks good here. Let's get the lenses on. Got a couple little knobs there that stick out with some slots in the fixture. Put those in first. A little squeeze on the lens. Do the same with the other side. All right, let's get the power back on and go inside and see how we did. Oh man, that's bright. That way both sides are on. Center position off. Other position, one side comes on. Man, we did good. Well, folks, that's about it, really. Pretty simple project, you know, to get rid of a heat generating, power robbing incandescent light fixture to new LEDs. Makes the light inside the coach a lot better, a lot brighter. You're not draining the power in your batteries quite as bad. You know, the cooling fan and the power converter doesn't come on like it used to. Just great results, and it just makes the overall coach look a lot better. So thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. And remember, calories don't count when you're camping.